my channel, Makeup by Queen. I'm so pleased that you guys decided to join me and seeing how I get this look. I posted on Instagram, I posted on Facebook, so I'm glad you guys decided to come in and join me. And this is inspired by Morphe's, one of Morphe's newest palettes called Morphe 15N. And I was very much inspired by that look, especially with it being holidays and everything. And it had beautiful colors on the inside, as you'll see further in the video. So I was very much so impressed by that palette because I tend to like neutrals, but then I like to those nice little cranberry colors and those nice little matte finish colors, as well as the little satin sheer finish palette. You'll see. I ain't gonna give away too much. You gotta watch the video. But before you get there, go down below, like and subscribe. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's free. You ain't gotta pay for nothing. You just simply sit there with your pretty self and you look at this video. That's all I want you to do. I always had a dream of playing dress up, and I finally get a chance to do that. 26 years later, well, about maybe like 19 years later, I'm now playing dress up, and I want to play dress up with you. So stay tuned. We're gonna get ready to get started on this tutorial. And if you want to chat, you can comment below. We can exchange information. My email will be listed in the description box. All of the items that I use will be in the description box. Everything that you want to know will be in the description box. If not, feel free to comment below and I'll answer all your questions. Don't forget though, follow me on Instagram, Makeup by Queen 91, and follow me on Facebook, Makeup by Queen. No 91 at the end though. Don't do it. Because I did it on my own page. You could not find it, so don't do it. No 91 for Facebook. But follow me, you guys, for the latest looks, pics, everything. I'm so excited. I hope you're excited. And we get ready to start right now. Don't go nowhere, alright? We getting ready to start. It won't take long. Hey y'all, so let the fun begin. So I cannot wait to dig open this Morphe Nightmaster palette slash 15N, whatever you want to call it. I'm so glad to dig in this palette. I mean, y'all, look. I mean, those colors, like, don't it just makes you think of Thanksgiving? Like, those beautiful wine colors. And yes, I'm getting excited, y'all. But let me just pump my brakes and take my time. So we're going to get started with the Milani Prime Shield Face Primer, the mattifying version. If you have skin like mine that tend to either be shiny or oily, this primer would be great. I just started using it actually today. My other to go was my Black Radiance Oil Minimizing Primer. But this one is nice too because the other primer, it showed all sorts of nooks and crannies. So yeah, I think this will be my new staple. And you want to rub this all over your face so you can have a nice sleek mattified canvas to work off of. And then we're getting ready to use our eyebrow spoolie. And yeah, we're going to brush the eyebrows, make sure they all are uniform and flowing together, going in the same direction. Don't mind the fact that the shape of my eyebrows is toe up, but that's alright. And we're going to use my other tried and true, which is my Wet n Wild eyebrow pencil in the color black brown, brown black, one of them, dark brown. I don't even remember the name of the color. It's Sima brown. And we're just going to do light strokes on the eyebrows, just filling them in. And you don't want to do it too heavy. I mean, you could if you want, but I don't prefer it for myself because I like a more natural eyebrow. And if you would like to get a more detailed look on how I do my eyebrows, if you look on my channel, I do have a eyebrow tutorial where it's more close up and the lighting is better on that particular video because it's dedicated specifically for the brows. And just make sure you fill them in to your liking. And I'm just observing, making sure that they're straight. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm grabbing the products as I go. And I'm looking at my compact mirror, making sure everything is straight and it looks good as far as I can see on my end. And after you draw or fill in your eyebrows, you go back with that spoolie, because a lot of times when you fill in your eyebrows, the pencil tends to make the hairs stick together. So I'm just going back, brushing them. And you can use a eyebrow primer. That just makes sure that your hairs don't move throughout the day. So you can use that any brand. I may start using it. I don't really have a problem so far, but you know, if you're going to a photo shoot, I would prefer using that eyebrow primer. And now I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Toffee. And we are going to straighten up these eyebrows, get them snatched, get them together, honey. Yes. And this can work as a, you know, corrector, whatever you want to call it, but it's a concealer. And you can get this at the local beauty supply store, about like either one is some change or two is some change. Yeah, one of those. And if you're a beginner, you definitely want to be precise. But look at me, if you're a beginner. Me doing this for years, and I still tend to go slower than I feel like I should. And you want to take this all the way down to your eyelids. Now, you may look at it and say, you know, Quita, why you using such a light color? In my opinion, this makes for like the perfect base for your eyeshadow when you use a lighter color, because it helps those eyeshadows really pop like you want them to, so you can really see all of your colors. So that's why I do this. If I don't do an eyeshadow, then I'll just use my Sephora gel serum. But if not, I go for the LA Girl. And we're going to set this concealer, you'll see. And we're just going to the next eye. We're doing the same exact thing. And bringing it down to the lid. And it's okay, you know, to kind of rush on the lid. But when you get close to the eyebrow, you want to make sure you're taking your time, because you definitely don't want the concealer to get on the hairs, because sometimes it tends to mess up the shape of your brow. And I like a clean look usually when I do my eyebrows. And I'm going in with my flat brush that came in like a makeup brush set. And I'm just going to use this to smooth out that concealer, because as you can see, it's looking kind of patchy now. So we're just going to use this to smooth everything over, so we'll have a nice flat smooth surface to put this concealer onto. And just take your time, no rush. I mean, unless you do have to rush, but if you do, you're not worried about your eyebrows. And just cleaning up the eyebrows. And see, that color may look like real light, but trust me, you'll see the finishing look, and it was well worth that light color, in my opinion. And it's up to you what shape you want with your eyebrows. It's absolutely up to you. I've heard it all. Some people say they like them wide. Some people say they like them thin. Some people say they like them wide, and then at the end, thin. Some people like them straight across. Some people like a slight arch. Some people like a dramatic arch. It's just up to you. Find what works for you, what looks good on your face shape. You know, once you find that, you stick with it, you do it, you stay true to it, you perfect it. You know, you be you, you be who you are. You know, don't let anyone try to change your mind and make you come down to where they are. You make them come up to where you are. So you find what works for you with your makeup. And we're gonna do the same thing up top. Yes. And you just play around with it until you get your desired look. Again, I tried to get it as good and as straight as I can see. It's kind of harder when you're right up close on the mirror than when you're kind of like far away. So that's why sometimes when I'm doing my eyebrows, I'll have multiple mirrors out at once. I'll be standing in front of a big mirror, have my compact mirror, and have another mirror a little closer sometimes. And I love the brush on this concealer. It's easy for me. I like those flat brushes because I feel like I can get to what I need to do a whole lot better. And I'm just working out the kinks, making sure everything is to my liking. You ain't gotta be extra like me. And now we're just brushing it down because at first it was looking like a unibrow. But now we're just separating them now. Now, I was taught that your eyebrows should always start where like the start of your eyes, if that makes sense, right there in the corner of the eye. That it should always start there and it should end at the very ending corners of your eye. I was taught that's how you know where your eyebrows supposed to start and stop. So I've always used that as a reference on where to stop and start my eyebrows. And what I just did was turn my pencil sideways and use the rest of the concealer that was on that brush and put lines through the very beginning of my eyebrows. That creates a nice faded effect for your eyebrows for a more natural look. Again, that's also optional. I just find like when you have regular eyebrows, natural eyebrows, the hairs tend to be sparingly in the beginning and then they get thicker and thicker towards the end and kind of like skinnier towards the end also. So we are mimicking that. But again, do you, boo? And I'm just making sure it's that desired faded look. And y'all find you a spoolie. Like, it's the bomb. It comes in most makeup brush kits. As long as you're getting, like, if it's a kit, like, specifically for the eyes, then yeah, it's going to have it. But if you get a kit specifically for, like, the face, like, foundations, then it may not come included. So, if you get, like, an all-inclusive brush kit, then it'll have it in there. And this is also optional. I like to use my fingers for this part because for one, it's free, and two, I just find it's easier to blend out that concealer so it's not so thick and bulky around the eyebrows. And then 2, I like to blend it out with my finger, because then you don't have that halo look over your brows. You know, when the girls still have the concealer around the eyebrows. Yeah, we're just blending it out because we do not want that. And that's just a little concealer on the back of my hand. So now we're going in with our Airspun loose face powder, and this is in the color Translucent. And we are going to set that concealer on the eyelid. This also helps so that concealer won't move when you're applying the eyeshadow. You have a nice, clean, thin, even toned base for your eyeshadows. And I'm using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion sponge and just dabbing that on the eyelids. Alrighty. And y'all, we're getting ready to dig in. Can't wait to crack this baby open. So what I did is I did one eye off camera, only because I wasn't sure what look I was going to go for with this palette. So I went and created a look off of camera so that I'll know what to demonstrate on camera to you guys. So getting ready to crack this baby open. The first color I am using is the color Opal. This is my transition color. You always want to use a matte eyeshadow for your transition color. And the reason for that is because it sets the tone for your eyes, for one. 2, I don't know, it's like the more colors you layer on, the more pretty it is. And you just build this color up until your liking. Some people like a sheer look. I like for you to actually see my colors as much as possible. And I'm using a wide tapered crease brush. I believe this one is by Kiss. And you're going in like a windshield wiper motion across the lid. And it's okay if you get a little fallout. That's fine. Some of these steps are probably going to be repeated, but it's because I really want you to understand. And the next color we're going in is the color Editorial. And that's like maybe like 2 shades darker than the color Opal. Maybe more than that. And I am just using my blending brush, which can be used for multiple things. And I'm putting that smack dab inside the crease. And we're building that color up. Okay, I'm sorry. So that purple color that we are applying on now is called Scene. And I'm using like a tighter tapered brush. That way this particular color can really stand out on its own, because the tighter, the more compact the hairs are on the brush, the more it grabs that eyeshadow color, so you can really see it pop like you see it now. And we're going to pack it on the corners because I love that nice smoky look in the corners. And I'm going in with my blending brush, and we're going to blend out that color in the crease, but we're not touching it in the corners. Alrighty, and then we're going with our LA Pro concealer, and we're going to carve out our eyelid, and this is going to set the scene for our shimmery colors. And just take your time, because you don't want it to kind of like hit, you know, when you open your eyes and your lid kind of fold, that meat in the crease folds together. So you want to be real careful or you'll get it inside of that crease, and we don't want that. And we're going to smooth out that concealer. We don't have to set the concealer on this part. This is what the eyeshadow is going to do, set that concealer. And we're going to first use, out of the shimmery colors, in that palette, we're going to use the color Illustrated, which is this nice shimmery purple. And we're going to put this closest to the dark purple color Scene. And if you really want the shimmers to pop, you can spray your brush with either your setting spray or any type of little nice little herbal face spray you have, like the Mario Badescu spray, to really make the shimmers pop. And we're just packing it on, building up the color. And next we are using the color Creativity, which is like a shimmery butterscotch color. And as you can see, we're going darkest to lightest. And we're putting that right smack dab in the middle. And I'm just using my C shadow brush. And literally, it's called C shadow brush. I found out because it's shaped like a C. Duh, Shaquita. Next, we're using the Unique, color Unique. And this is like a shimmery tan color. And we're going to put that towards the ducts, the eye ducts of the eye, if that's how you say that. And we're going to pack that color in like such. And I'm going back with the blending brush, and we're just going to blend all of that together. Not touching the corners. We're just blending it out. Making it all come together. Alrighty, so now that we got that done and out of the way, we are now going to use our NYX matte liquid liner, which is my new baby. I used to use the Maybelline Curvitude liner, but that one made me mess up too many times, and I love this one because it has a short bristle brush that makes it so much easier for lining the eyes. And if it's easier for me, I'm pretty sure it'll probably be easier for you too. And just take your time. And I like it because it applies shiny, but then it dries matte. And we're going to create a little small wing at the end. And don't worry, once I get a better camera, I can get in a little closer so you can see how I created that wing. Don't worry, I'm going to get it right. Ta-da! Alrighty, so I am going to now apply my eyelashes, which is by Christian Seriano, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, I hope. And it's called Lash Out Loud. And it comes with a pack of 5 lashes. And y'all, me and this lash really had a fight. I don't know what was up with me. I was set tripping, but I won the fight. You just want to be real careful about applying your lashes, only because it can easily mess up that liner and mess up the shape, and you just have a total disaster. You might as well just start over. But because I won the battle, I didn't have to start over. And you can use any lash glue of your choice. And if you're a pro, I've seen some people apply their lashes with their hand. I'm not there yet, so I have to use my little tweezers, my little diva tweezers. And you definitely want to make sure that the lash is secure at the front as well as the back. Because if not, it'll start lifting, and then by the end of the day, you might as well just pull that lash off. Trust me, I know. And now I'm just going in with my small C brush, and I am going to apply the color Scene to my lower lid. And we're going to smoke that out at the bottom lid. And this way is totally optional. Some people don't like to do this only because they say, oh, the shadow gets in my eyes. So it's up to you. And usually whatever color I use in the corners of my eyes, that's usually the color that I take down to my lower lid. And then I'm going back with my NYX liner, and I am going to line my lower lid. And you want to be real careful on this part because you don't want that liner to get in your eye. I mean, it don't hurt or anything, but it is kind of annoying. So if you're not ready for that type of problem, then just leave it alone, and you can use a eyeliner, a pencil. And a good alternative for that is the Wet n Wild Mega Last eyeliner pencil, and it's retractable, so you don't need a eyebrow sharpener for that one. So you can use that one instead. And some people have a complex about pulling down your lower lid because they say, oh, it makes your eyelids sag at the bottom. I've never had a problem, and I've been using it a very long time. So lastly to this eye, I'm using is the Wet n Wild Mega Slim Skinny Mascara in the color black. And this is perfect for getting the lashes at the bottom because it has such a skinny, very skinny brush to it, which makes great for coating the bottom lash. Because I found that when I use my regular mascara brush, it just gets real messy. And then I'm grabbing my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I am going to coat my top lashes. And that's just making sure that both my falsies and my lashes are joined together. Alrighty, we're moving along. Alrighty, so I didn't realize that my camera had stopped recording on me. I tell you, technology. So I am using my Sephora gel serum. And it's like concealer. And instead of using actual foundation, I decided to do a more lighter feel. And I'm just using this gel liner, and it's in the color, the number 16. And I'm just putting it under the eye, on the nose, the bridge of my nose, towards the tip of my nose, right on top of my lip, on my chin, and right there in the middle between the eyebrows and the center of the forehead. And you don't have to get all fancy like me and make some type of little wing design. It's up to you. I just like to have a little fun. And then I'm just carving out that jawbone to create that nice, sexy snatch look. Alrighty. And now I'm using my black opal true color cream stick foundation. And this is in the color black walnut. And you can just press your lips together, and right there where you see the darkest part of your cheek, you want to color in that area on the outskirts of your forehead and go to the other side and back down again. Oh yeah, and then you want to do the sides of the bridge of your nose. And like the skinnier your lines are, the more narrow your nose looks. And y'all, I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize that my camera had stopped recording again. Technology is not reliable, not all the time. So I blended out the concealer part. Now I am blending out with a separate beauty blender. I'm blending out that foundation stick by Black Opal. And for the brown shade, you want to make sure you blend that upward and not downward, or else you're going to dab into where you put the concealer at under the darker shade, if I'm making any sense. And you really want to make sure you blend all of this together. Some people use a brush for this process. I just find that the beauty blender is easier for me. So again, it's all about finding what works for you. And you want to blend that darker shade upward. I don't like to take the concealer, the lighter color, all the way to the end because it just looks crazy. And yes, see how I look? I look like I just lost 10 pounds in the face. Yes. Alrighty. So now we're using our Sacha buttercup setting powder, and we're taking that under the eye so it won't crease, on top of the forehead to set that concealer, on the bridge of the nose to set that. Basically everywhere you put the concealer, that's what we're setting. And believe it or not, everyone rant and raved about this Sacha buttercup. But when I first brought it, I did not like it. I'm like, what in the world did I just pay $20 for? And I did not like it. And I said, before I give up on this setting powder, I'm going to keep playing with it until I finally see why everyone loves this setting powder. And y'all, I love it now. I guess I was just applying it wrong, or, I wasn't blending right. That's why I say, you got to make sure you take your time and blend. Because you don't want that flashback. And if you don't know what flashback is, that's like when you get into sunlight or you take a picture and you have like this white cast on your face. That's called flashback. Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want to look like we going to meet the king. No. We want to look like, you know, we got some years ahead of us. And it's okay if you get it where you took the darker shade in. If you get some of the powder there, that's okay. Because it's setting powder, so it's just setting everything in place so your face don't move throughout the day. And this is also called baking once you get to the setting powder. However, I don't leave the powder on for very long because that's another reason why I didn't like this powder at first, because I had a white cast on my face. So I don't leave it on. Literally by the time I finish setting my face, I'm taking this right off. And next I am going in with my Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette in the color Medium to Dark. And I am using the color where it says Contour. I'm using my fluffy powder brush. And I'm going in where we put the black opal. And I'm setting the brown color as well. So everywhere that you put the dark brown color, that's the part that we're setting. And yeah, you gonna look cray cray at first. Don't worry, but honey, the end results is worth it. And don't forget to blend out the darker color on the sides of the nose like I did like a fool. Can you imagine if I would have went out the door like that? You better get your life. There we go. And we're just gonna finish setting that black walnut. And next I'm gonna go in with my contour brush. It's like a smaller contour brush. And we're gonna swipe away that setting powder. Because like I said, we don't want that to sit too long. And it's very important to make sure that you kind of like swipe that off real good. Because if not, it can start looking very funny. And just make sure you blend that out, especially that section. Make sure you blend it out real good. Take your time. And just blend, 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 blend. Because we don't want any marks seeing where we put what. We want everything blended together looking beautiful and flawless. We want to like we don't have makeup, but that we do. Alrighty, so we move it along and I'm just using the remainder that was on that powder brush, and we're just moving away any harsh lines. Again, we're just blending everything together. Just take your time and do it right. Alrighty, y'all, we moving along. Thank you for sticking in with me. We ain't finished yet though, so don't go nowhere. Next, we're using the Maybelline Fit Me blush in the color Berry. And I don't like to stick it right on my cheeks. I like to go in an upward motion. This also helps create a snatch look in your face. Make it look slender. Alrighty, and we're going back in that contour palette, and we're going to use that highlight color, but we're not going to highlight too much. Just enough so we can glow up, but not enough to where, you know, we just making it bling bling. And just put it right there on the top of where you put that blush. And it's okay that we're using that same contour brush that we took the setting powder off. And we're just applying to the tip of the nose and then onto the bridge of the nose also. And y'all, you may look at it and be like, oh my God, this is not necessary. But y'all, like, listen. When you take pictures, it is so pretty. And it's these minor details that just make your makeup go from basic to just pro. And you ain't got to be a freak like me and put on layer upon layer. You can do you, boo. And again, I am unprepared. I'm looking for my lipstick. I don't know why I didn't have this stuff out. But anyway, it's all well and good. There we go, Quita. So now we're using our LA Color matte lipstick, and this is the color Bewitched. And it's kind of like a eggplant, but kind of like a berry type of color, and it really sets off that eyeshadow and just makes it look so flawless. And you just want to, you know, put it on so it'll be that nice solid color. No patchiness where you can't see through it. Make sure you don't get it on your teeth. You remember back in the day, you used to see a lot of women back in the day with that red lipstick on the teeth. Y'all, I didn't say it. But it was a very common thing and it should not have been. Yes. And this is so nice, especially for Thanksgiving and the holidays coming up next week. Alrighty, Rue. And because I am just extra, I'm going back into this palette to get some more highlight. Because I tend to like that highlight, especially on darker color lipsticks. And it's so pretty. And again, this stuff is just optional. I'm just being extra. And oh my god, I have forgot to set my face with my Urban Decay De-Slick makeup setting powder oil control. Oh well. Bye y'all. Love you. Peace. All right, y'all. So I hope you guys enjoyed what you seen. I had so much fun getting dressed up with y'all, like I said. Yes. But again, I hope y'all enjoyed what you seen. Comment below. What looks are you thinking of for Thanksgiving? What you thinking of for Christmas? I think for Christmas, I'm thinking of like a glittery eye. Ooh, don't do it to me. But, comment below. Let me know what you guys, plan on doing if you're getting your hair right. I think I want me some bundles for next week, Thanksgiving. I don't know yet. I may just keep the bun, just retouch it up because it look a hot mess right now. But that's all right. We still look good. And I love you again so much. Thank you so much for following my YouTube page. And always remember, be you, stay you, and can't nobody be you being you. So be the best you can be. I love you guys, and you guys are so beautiful. And I love you more than you know. And I thank you so much for supporting me and following me. But until next time, peace.